Well, 4:23 a.m. heading out, and look at that, there ain't no snow on the ground. This is the road to the GIE. We're traveling from Buffalo, New York to Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, for the GIE Expo. It's Wednesday. We're hoping to be there about 1 p.m. We got to make a couple stops in between. But like I said, needless to say, we're on the way. So let's, I'll keep you updated as we get there. And we'll check out some of the cool equipment they got. The cool equipment that I think is there. Share it all with you guys. So let's get after it. Can I get a large double and a chocolate glazed donut?
Anything else?
That's it.
$3.50.
All right, here we are entering the GIE. Those guys are walking so fast again. Down at the John Deere booth now. Checking out some excavators. They got a Deere 60 and a 35G. Two skid steers, Gator, 325 and a 317G. And a big line here we got. Waiting for the Encong. Everyone's trying out the Encong tilt rotator. I just tried one out on a Takeuchi. We'll go back over and take a look at that here pretty soon. But I've been checking out excavators all day. Looking for a 60 size. You saw me around the Encong. That thing's kind of weird because, you know, you typically dig like this and curl like that. Now when you spin the bucket around, it's the same function, but in your head you're thinking the opposite. So it's really, it would take some time to get used to. That one didn't seem to tilt as much as the Takeuchi did. I can certainly show you that later on. The tilt cylinder on the side. The grapple's a little weird, kind of small, not much you can pick up with that. Does the trick. Now we're looking at the skid steers, prices in line. Try out this 325. $74 horsepower, 70 horsepower actually. Rated operating capacity 26,000 pounds. That's pretty good. Operating rate 9,500. This seems like a pretty good sized machine. It's that one right there. Compared to the 317 over there, it's a little small for picking up pavers or something, or a pallet of sod. What do you think, Gator? Skag. You like Skag? Alright, we're just taking a quick peek at this 244. One thing we noticed, it's articulating, plus it's all-wheel steer. Yeah. All-wheel steer. This is a John Deere 244L. Skid steer coupler bucket in the front. Looks like 7-point. A couple different hydraulics. Oh, high back seat, man. Let me tell you. Nice opening to get in this thing. This one seems pretty, this seems really high up though. Rotate that down my foot, lock that in place. Better view up front now. I like when the joystick moves with the seat. That's cool. Looks like forward, neutral, reverse on the back of the joystick here. I don't know what that's for, but that seems cool. Oh, here comes the hard hat. All your controls here. Backup camera probably. Auxiliary hydraulics. Door controls, hazards. Nothing on that. This is really high up though. Not bad though. Not a bad machine so far. Articulating Plus is what they call this. The all-wheel steer. At least rear wheel. Tilt for the steering wheel. Really comfortable seat. I wish the joystick was independent from the seat. Oh look, there's adjustments right there for the
armrest. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you move it?
No.
So you can move the armrest, but the joystick moves up and down with the seat. To me, it's just too low. Nice machine though. It's like it's tall, but it.
I prefer way down here more. See how I got grab it like way down here?
Oh, is that what you like it?
That's what I like it down further. I don't like it up high.
Well, then you can't reach the button.
Like my arm hurts.
Very, very short in length. This thing's like super tight. Look at the glass. No column here. No display. Glass down low. Even down through here. Look, they even chopped all this out. Not like you got a big dashboard looking thing here. Big fuel tank on the side. This thing's pretty nice. Tall. I'm out here at the Finn booth looking at a new, kind of new Finn bark blower. This is the 6-yarder, the MBH6 material blower. This is a combination skid or trailer unit. They basically took a skid mounted unit, put a trailer underneath it, eliminated their 5-yard series. New control station here. None of this would be, no, this would be included on your skid mount. They can't put the fuel tank in the tongue if there's no tongue on it. As you can see, this is the trailer. Separate here, from here up is skid, from here down is the trailer. A lot of room underneath here. This is nice. Fuel tank, rubber hose, toolbox. New controller coming out. Allows you to pick and choose your material settings. You can set it 0 to 100, 0 to 100 on the blower, rather than just guessing based off listening. Looks like you can run it separate with a wire. Toolbox, safety manual. It's a big machine. Nice step in the back. That's good because lights go up there and got grab handles to be able to see what's inside. So that's big. This side looks very similar to what's already out there. Besides all the emissions compliance, a little bit more open here. No cover over top. What's that, the battery? Oh, that's nice. That's huge right there. Batteries up top of the deck now rather than being up underneath where you got to fight to get to it. You got grease zerks. One simple port to fill to reach all your fittings. Nice tires and wheels. Overall, seems like a really nice unit. I'm impressed. 6 yard instead of 5. Clean out tray on the top instead of underneath, and it's got more of a flat bottom to it. The other one was angled like this, so the back would take less material in front. So we had to get up there and shovel. Now it's pretty flat, so you should be able to safely load it without having to go over it and shovel it around. Good stuff here. $130,000 that machine right there. I mean, how much is that in labor?
It's a 60 bucks wheel, 60-hour wheelbarrow.
60 bucks for a wheel, all right. Oh, look at this guy. 60 bucks for a wheelbarrow, 130,000 for the bark blower. All right, I can see it swinging it. Finn MXB, 10 yarder with extensions, 22 yard hopper, truck mounted. You can see it in the whole picture, I think. They had to make an extension for the tarp, move the tarp up. Look at, they got a ladder on this thing. Holy smokes. This thing is huge. That's nice. You said there were barn doors on this side you can open up so you can still load it, because you can't load it. It's so tall. This thing's huge. 22 yards of material. I think you load it once and you're set for the day. Maybe 25 yards. The next one will be 25 yards. That's a lot of material on one truck. I mean, imagine taking this thing into an office park, being able to fit it. That's the next issue. Very cool.
Right over. You tilt it forward like you're trying to peel up ice, you'll scratch the shit out of it. Break it down. I'll tell you that. You see? You see how he's lifted it up? We haven't been doing that on purpose. Otherwise, he'll take the box right off the ground. That's how good that scrapes the ground. So we get him slightly lifted off the ground so you can see what the block's supposed to do.
I played with this throttle. I found it seemed to be better, like around 3/4 throttle was the most comfortable on engaging it, because of the way the clutch system's made. It was very smooth. I had guys get on it and they like engaging the clutches at low speed, and you know, if you get on and do it, it seemed to have more shaking and going. So I run it up a little higher on this one. It's pretty simple. The only thing I've talked to a lot of guys that's running today, and they bitch about this wire, and really, I mean, this part's just a V-ride. It's about as simple as you get. 37 horse. And the only other guy, I mean, the thing that this does versus our competition, the Billy Goat, the Ferris, they don't have a fan. They can't turn the fan on and off. So when you're loading on the trailer, an enclosed trailer.
We were just over at Ferris. We kind of made our way over there.
Okay.
Check this out.
That's probably my biggest thing I go after them at is we've got a clutch so we can turn this on and off. They don't. and that's a little bit more expensive to rig that up, and it's not. And then also on theirs, instead of having a chute that goes around, they got gates that open up, and you got to go down there and open the gate. And the wind wants to go this way, so when you open up this gate, you lose power. If you open up this one or out front, it blows pretty good. So that's why they went with this design, is so you can actually disengage it, which was a huge thing over the rest. I got guys that run backpack blowers they're on their back, and they run this, and if they need to hop off and go over there, because this won't die.
That's something they need to do, for sure.
Yeah.
That's why we buy straight stand-on mowers.
Yep.
Just for that being able to ride around with a backpack or a weed whacker and jump off.
Do something.
Eliminated all those down machines.
Right.
Straight stand-on.
Be more efficient.
Back at the Kubota booth now. I tested out this Kubota U48-5 earlier. Seemed a little rocky, a little jerky and aggressive. Comfortable cab though, that was nice. And the angle blade was nice too, but a little too jerky for me, in my opinion. Overall, nice machine, but we're gonna try out some more. Gator man here. This thing's frig. Big time frig. You probably saw the wheels are spinning. I didn't have a full bucket. It's a big bucket. Maybe if you were just doing mulch on blacktop, you could scoop into it, get a running start. The terrain ain't made for that out here. Some guy said earlier that they eliminated wheelbarrows. They were just using this on mulch jobs. It's kind of funny because you sit on the front end of the machine where it articulates versus the back, like you're used to in most of your wheel loaders. And you can see I hit my head on the ceiling. Good thing I had my hard hat on. Man, takes some getting used to. Maybe the tree work would be good. All right, Bryce is out here on this Vermeer bingo thing. I don't know what they're calling, what this model's called. They got quite a bit of models out here. I don't even know how many they got. They got one right there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different pieces out here. They got a bunch of models, variety compared to
Bobcat's got 1, 2, 3, 2. Or Toro, they got a bunch. Oh. He just backed that machine up into the light pole. You break it, you buy it. He's gonna park it. I guarantee he's gonna park it. He's like, oh, I'm done. I don't want. I gotta get out of here. Yep. Look at that. He backed your wallet out, Bryce. Get your wallet out. Oh, what'd you think? What'd you think? Oh, it was good. Anyway, got a pretty good pallet of bricks there. Not a full skid of pavers. Good sized pallet. Half pallet of sod. Not, which is pretty impressive lift.
What you bought it?
What do you gotta say? You just
I bought it.
You just broke back that thing into a pole. That's it. You can't buy a Vermeer now.
I like the 1650 though.
1650. Was that one?
Or the
160?
Yeah, 160. There's 925 too small, 100's too small, 160 would have lifted that.
160 with the half pallet probably. If that's the whole pallet there. We're over here at the Walker booth. Look who we found. You'd think these guys would find something better to do than just run equipment they already have. Like, who the hell does? Who runs equipment you already have? You know? Yeah. I'm gonna call Randy right now. He's on the mower.
Let you ride it, Spank.
What are they doing here? They're just trying out mowers they already got? No. That's like me trying out a Bobcat that I already got. I'm gonna buy this. This big one? Says he is. I guess when you finally flip the deck up, it probably can't be that much longer than the V-Ride. Well, let's do it. What are you doing? Hey, family channel here. What was that?
What'd you eat for lunch, Spank?
Had a chili cheese dog. He's working on that side.
He's over there on the GIE Expo. He's about twice Spencer's size. Spencer's working up to that as an equipment operator.
You know how you can tell a truck driver from anybody else?
Oh.
They got a gut but no ass, because their ass is sitting in the seat all the time getting pushed back into their gut. That's how you can tell a truck driver.
Is that what happened in Captain Cupcake?
Now I gotta edit that part out.
No, you're not.
I have to. Trigger.
It's so expensive. You're starting to talk like brakes. Spend some money.
The Arctic pusher is just as nice. It fits in the camera. Forward neutral reverse on the back of the joystick. Keyless start. High speed travel. It's got a backup camera. Radio in the dome light.
They have their point, and they're still in the job market. But if I can, I like the visibility. I want to be able to see some good size points. It does have an articulation, so it not only articulates like this, it does side to side. the axles are fixed. I believe the rear axle pivots.
Yeah.
This is like a T.
I got you.
There, and then there's one there.
Huh. I'm probably gonna take a picture of this and not know where to take a picture.
So that whole thing rotates like
Yeah,
this?
it'll do, I think, 12 degrees this way.
Wow. Well, maybe not a lot. It doesn't look like a lot there, but probably out
No.
of the front, it probably
Yeah, so this is part of it. So it'll
that inch and a half there
Yeah.
might be quite a bit out
Yeah.
there. If you got a snow pusher or something, that you got some weird flex or something.
I haven't put a snow pusher on it yet. I've only ran it with a bucket and forks. I have about 2 hours on our yard machine.
This is nice. I think that
I tried to get them to turn it orange. They didn't like me.
it's European guys.
Yeah. But no, the hose coverings are nice. Keeps everything out of the way.
I mean, this the front here looks very, very beefy. This whole there's a lot of meat there, and that, which is good. I don't know. We run just track loaders. We don't run any skid steers.
Yep.
And to me, this would take the place of a skid steer. I don't think track loaders will go away because they're so.
There's a lot of uses for them. There's also more specific uses for one of these, especially when you get into you want a little bit higher dump height and capacity.
Yeah.
And if you're not concerned, you'll always be able to turn faster with one of those. Tighter spaces you can get into, just they're more compact. But one of these, if you're not concerned about moving stuff around like in a tight area.
Yeah, we use ours as for like a shop machine.
Yep.
And having that little bit extra reach in the back of a truck for a pallet,
Yep.
and the lift capacity and lift height. And snow, I like sitting up high. And snow, being able to see, not having a.
If you're in a blizzard and you're pushing snow, or the wind is up and you're pushing fluff, I want to be able to see it. I want to have the snow because the snow blade, that snow comes right across.
Yeah. Yeah, this is to me this is a snow plowing machine.
I'm hoping we can build enough. That's the question. I know they're ramping up production in Czech. COVID's thrown a massive monkey wrench in that whole operation.
That's everybody.
Yeah. Especially when you get parts from multiple different European countries, and each one of those has different
Restrictions
and stuff that you have to go through. And
ultimate attachment, or the ultimate machine. Look at that thing. The roller, I don't really need that. Wow. For some like small soil repair jobs above the curb. Oh my God, look at that machine. Yeah, but for doing trim work or something like that, like right along the driveway, and then you come in with your big machine and finish it up. Where's the edger? It just had an edger in it. Snowplow. Dude, this is like the all-season machine. A bucket. Spreader, I mean, we could use that for seeding. Working inside the building. Aerating. I wonder if you could buy one machine and just swap attachments over and over again. Trying to sow seed in with that. That'd be really good for sowing seed. Dude, this is really cool. Easy joint. There it is right there. That's the easy joint. It made it into a bowl and you can see the water coming through it. Although it's not getting soft at all like polymetric sand does when it gets wet. What he was saying was every time poly sand gets wet, after it's been put down, it gets softer and softer and softer. Eventually, no good. You can power wash on it, and it doesn't leave any residue over top of the bricks like polysand does if you don't get it perfectly clean. Seems like a good product, and you can reuse it if you dump too much out. Put it back in a bucket. This seems like the move. This is one side. This is like a quarter of everything in here. Just this end. Kubota SCL 1000 looks a lot like their full sky skids here in the lift pattern stuff. What is that?
That's how you turn.
Really?
Yeah.
Forward, backwards, and then you spin it? That's really weird. Yeah, I wouldn't like to do that. Look at that display though. It's got a digital display, and it's a machine that's going to sit outdoors with exposure.
Rocket bucket.
Rocket bucket. Ejecto seat, cuz. Look at the size of this sprocket though. That's a big sprocket. That's hydraulic lines exposed down in the trenches. Looks like material would shut off it pretty good. Dual flange roller. Little tiny bucket. I don't know, a lot of guys like their Kubotas. Only one size though, they only have one size machine. You can't hang off the back, you're not sitting in the machine. Whoa. There's some play in this platform. Holy smokes. It folds up. Oh, it looks like it folds up too. Interesting. Alright, down at the fin booth. Got a little bark blower here. You just shovel and feed into it. Skid mount. 6 to 8 yards per hour, 100-foot discharge hose.
Oh, he's got chocolate.
Got a little remote. This is supposed to be like a starting out park blower. You put it on a trailer, put it on the back of the truck. Pretty interesting little unit here. Electric hydroseeder. Here, he's gonna turn it on. That's how quiet this thing is. So you got an auger speed, and then this is a little pump speed.
Yep.
Is there a remote for this too?
No.
No remote. No. They have remotes on the larger unit hydroseeders.
Some of the larger ones, yes.
Because we got like a 1995 120. It's all manual handlebars. Sometimes it's tough when you get down on the corner. You got 200 feet out. You can't see the guy to tell him, oh yeah, good, crank it, turn it up, turn it down.
Yep. So the 170 is where the remotes start as an option.
Okay, 170.
Yeah. It's the one time the battery. You get about 6 volts with this one.
6 tanks.
This game pad. So you've got fin equipment?
Oh yeah, we've got this. We've got the BB5, the T120.
Nice.
Before there was even a dealer in the area.
Well, and for a lot of years we didn't have dealers. For a lot of years it was, 90% direct, and now we do about 10% direct. It's nice to have a lot of distributors throughout the country. They've got inventory sitting. You're not waiting on the factory and things, so it really makes it nice. And don't get me wrong, I know everybody likes to buy from the factory.
Yeah.
But having that local dealer with parts. Where's Olden?
Right,
Buffalo.
Okay, so you're
Bobcat Buffalo.
Yeah. They've expanded
big
some.
time. This year they blew up. They're all over the state now.
Really?
They bought up Bobcat of Syracuse and Bobcat of something else down south of Syracuse. Now they've rebranded. Now they're Upstate Equipment.
Oh, really?
And they just opened another dealer in Hamburg, south of Buffalo. They're north, now they're south. They blew up big time.
Yeah, I think as a brand, I think Bobcat's encouraging dealers to. So there's not a bunch of small dealers. They want them all to have bigger footprints corporately.
Yeah.
And like the one in the Bobcat dealer in St. Louis, Missouri, has a lot of locations. They bought up a lot of mom and pop places.
Say, hey, where are all my jobs up here? You know, all my mowing jobs or whatever, and then just go ahead and drag it down wherever you want it. It's easy to adjust jobs. Sometimes companies have a buffer day each week for rain too. So if you do that, you can just click shift schedule. Let's say it rains Tuesday. This will put Tuesday to Wednesday. It just shifts everything over. You know, just kind of nice if you get a complete rain out day. But you can always drag them around. What I think you're really going to like is the crew view where they clock in and clock out. We chose a very simple approach. Early on, we were like, should we build an app for the crews or not? And we honestly didn't have that much experience building apps. It's a little different. So we went with this approach, and we've gotten really good feedback. So you just dispatch it to a phone number or an email address, and you can manually send it, or you can schedule it to send automatically at like 6 o'clock every morning. Can I go ahead and send it to your phone?
Sure.
What is that?
716-243-1282.
Okay. So act like you're the crew leader right now. You just got a text message with your schedule for the day.
Let's say I did actually put in
That's your interactive route sheet. Now you can remove these at the top. That's an optional setting.
Except
That's for
whole,
payroll.
The whole day.
For the whole day. If you want to do that, you can do that too. But go ahead and click on the first job if you don't mind. And then look at my screen. Is that David Smith? Is that right?
David Smith, yeah.
So you see when you click start, and it'll change to blue up here. So see it's real time. So you'll be able to see where they're at. And that did a timestamp, you know, so you'll have all the reports of your total man hours versus estimated. Go ahead and just snap a photo of like the booth if you don't mind.
Perfect.
And so your crews can upload photos or videos too, actually, so they can do video walkthroughs.
Is it going to be on the screen? All right, so the photo, I think, Sid.
Do you see how it added that little icon?
Okay.
So that lets you know that there's a photo.
Oh, there it is.
So yeah, there's a photo comes through. You know, they can upload multiple photos too.
Now, would these photos be available like next week? Next week, crew comes back, or next year. You know, David Smith had an issue with this, but it's in there still from last year. We can look at it.
Yep, it's all going to store on their record. You can go anytime and like go to the customer record, and you'll see all the previous visits. You know,
the notes,
see photos from last year, or whatever.
Notes is in that. That's going to be on the notes, right? Yeah, I
Any
can put
notes.
a written note in.
Yep. Yep. And watch, it's pretty slick. You don't even have to hit save. You'll see it. Oh, you're over here.
I just put one in there, I think. Let's see if it's in there. Crew notes, dead tree.
And go ahead and start typing more, and you'll see how quickly it updates. You don't have to hit save. We auto save for you. You know, it's pretty slick.
Oh, that's dead tree in the park. All right, yeah, that's really quick.
Yeah, and same thing. You'll have all those notes historically as well if you need to, you know, go back and look them up or anything.
So this is geared for a looks like for a mowing. Now the landscape cleanup. Could that also be implemented in here?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You would just add a one-time job. You see at the top, you can add a recurring or a one-time job. You know, add a recurring job, add a one-time job. A cleanup is a one-time job. This is more for maintenance, you know, where you pay
Every month, okay. Interact
monthly,
custom.
every 2 weeks, custom. And you could even, like based on where you guys located in New York?
Buffalo.
Okay, yeah. So you're definitely not mowing all year round, right?
No.
Like, we're
I got like 2 or 3 more cuts this year.
2 or 3 more cuts. Yeah, that makes sense. So what you can do if you want is you can say my schedule varies by season, and from September through the end of April, I'm not going to cut this yard.
Can you click on that crew? Was that drop down for mowing?
These are just the names of your crews, so you can assign
add more to that though, like
yeah,
install. So we're doing that too.
Yeah, you call them whatever you want. Yeah, you just go to manage crews. And you just add your crews, edit your crews. You know, you call them whatever you want. Sometimes people call them crew leader, like the name of it after the crew leader, or you know, maintenance 1, maintenance 2. Yeah, and it's just $30 a month per crew, and that can ramp up and down over time too. Your bill changes. It even prorates. So if you add a crew halfway through the month, we're only going to charge you for half of that month. You know?
You could even turn it off in the winter if you don't want to use it for snow removal. But we do snow removal. But we have some customers who just, pause it for the season. They don't pay anything, and then they ramp it back up again. We're pretty flexible.
So that link is what they use all day long. They just go to client, check in, check out.
Checklist, that's cool. Look at that, they got checklist on there.
You know, checklist items too. You can also add custom fields. It's like
maintenance.
You see here that I
Roundup
have these
use.
job tags like mowing. You create these tags and you can color them too. We actually just added this color option like last week. You can even pick whatever color you want. Customers have been asking for that for a long time. We just haven't done it, but we just added that. And based on those tags, if you want to, you can go into your settings and you could say for
COVID-19, it's on there.
I added that because customers had my customers had some of their customers that were pausing for COVID because they didn't want to pay for the service, but they wanted to track those jobs, so we added a tag called COVID-19 based on that. But you see how I have these custom questions, like how many yards of mulch should you use and what color?
Yeah.
If you want to, you can add those in here, and then the crew will see those on the job too. For more data, chemical tracking, anything like that.
Yeah, so if this is a time tracker, it doesn't really track your materials, right? Could you add, is that?
No, it track materials in the sense that the crew can type it.
You can type it in, yeah, okay. So
it's very
let's say
light.
a job calls for 25 yards, I can input that, and then they can respond, they use 23.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, that's what we're doing now on paper.
Yeah.
So
what I've heard people give feedback around crew control is that they don't feel like they need to change their business when they use it. It's just like going digital.
Yeah.
It's not like you need to like redo how you're doing things. It's just do them in here instead.
Okay, so you have all these jobs, right? This looks like it's all mostly just maintenance. Would you have another dashboard then for let's say we have an install crew?
Yeah, here I'll add one. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a new crew. Typical number of crew members.
3 by 3.
You can always change
Whatever.
that
Okay,
too.
I got
And
you.
the crew can always change it too. So now if I go back to my schedule, see how I have an install crew?
Okay,
There's nothing on it,
because you just added it.
I can go ahead and add on.
That would be it seems like a good way to kind of figure out your schedule too, minus weather. But if somebody, how far out are you?
Yeah, exactly.
Looking, okay, we're at least 4 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, because we have month views too, so you can look for your install and you'll be able to look for your month on your install and kind of see where you're at, and kind of gauge that.
And then you can use this on 3 of us can use it all?
Yeah, all at the same time. Yeah, you choose who you want to have an administrator access. Yeah, you can all use it at the same time. We also do customer communication too, like if you want to text your customers and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I mean, texting seems to be I think I saw some statistic somewhere that like 93% of text messages are opened within the first 3 minutes.
Yep.
Versus a cold call, which is pretty.
Or email where it goes into the spam folder.
Yeah.
People don't like keep up with their personal emails all that much either. So yeah, we do manual texting, but we also have these automated ones that you can turn on where like every morning at 8 o'clock it'll send a text to all your customers letting them know they're on the schedule for that day. And you can type whatever you want there. You come up with the message here and it'll change that to the person's name and that to the address.
It really just improves the customer service, really.
Yep.
And it just does it on its own.
Yep, does it on its own. Yep. And then this is cool too. You can turn this on if you want to.
Bombs, yeah, that's funny.
And whenever you clock out of the job, if you have this on, it'll fire off that message to whatever you type there. That's nice, especially for like people who are out of town. They may not always see you at the property and things like that. It lets them know you were there.
Yeah, and they get the time. They get their own timestamp. We have a timestamp and a record of it, rather than just we're writing down on a sheet of paper and they got to believe it.
And it's not too far in advance. Like you might not want to let people know that it's Monday. You don't want to let them know that they're going to be cut on Thursday because maybe something's going to happen. So this is either the day of or day before. Pretty late. We also do route optimization too, so we can help you optimize your routes and your drive times. With the click of a button, really.
All within that $30 a month?
Yep. $30 a month per crew.
Per crew, okay.
Yeah. Like you can see if I go to my mowing crew.
That's one crew right there, right?
Yep.
So you could have mowing. We run 2 mowing crews. You have mowing 1 and 2.
Yep, exactly. Or you could call them whatever's crew name, leader.
Would these be shared? Like, okay, let's see, this week crew 1 got backed up on Tuesday. Now crew 2's got to pick up some of their stuff. Can you flip flop and move their stuff around?
Oh yeah,
Or that goes back to unscheduled then, right? You can move it around.
You can put it at unscheduled, and then all crews see unscheduled, or you can. We have an all crew view too. See where I can see all my crews at once, and I can drag things between crews. So, I could take these 2 jobs. I can go ahead and drag them down here and put them on my other maintenance crew. Or this is pretty cool. You can just click on a day. You can see all your crews for that day.
This is what I was looking for.
And you can just move them.
Yeah, per day. Because like I said, maintenance mowing crew 1 finishes early.
Yep.
Mowing crew 2 looks like they're gonna be late. Okay, well then you jump and take this property, and then you both get done at the same time.
Yeah, you just drag them over, and that schedule that you had, it checks for updates every 5 minutes and will automatically update. So it's not like you need to dispatch it again or anything. Yeah, you can jump around to different days.
There was something else
And the goal here was to create something that does what you're talking about, but is simple, doesn't have a lot of extra stuff, affordable.
But $300, $400 a month. This is nuts. And we don't need the estimating end of it. We need the scheduling and the daily tracking, and let's get all those. If you spent 2 guys spend an hour on a property, can we add that up at the end of the year?
Oh yeah. We do all that for you. Yeah, we have reports.
Okay, that makes sense.
Run it for whatever day range. You can run it for a year.
These are all these are customers over here.
Yeah, all these are customers. These are weeks, so you can see this is bad data because it's the test data, but you see every week that they were serviced. You could go back and view notes. We'll give you the total man hours across all of it. We'll give you the variance, so you can put in an estimated time for each job. Like if I edit this weekly job, I estimate that it'll take 1.5 hours. If there's 3 people and they spend 30 minutes, we do that math for you. So you put in how long it would take one person to do the job, and then based on how many people are on that crew, we total it up for you.
Makes sense.
I give you your revenue per man hour too. You can export this to Excel. We also do billing too. We integrate with QuickBooks Online, or you can do our
that's
billing.
what we're using now, QuickBooks.
Yep.
For billing.
Is it strictly QuickBooks Online, or do you use desktop?
Not desktop today. That product over there, Aspire, does integrate with desktop.
So is this called Lawn Rangers then? How am I looking for this?
It's called Crew Control.
Crew Control.
Yeah. So you can just go to crewcontrol.us or crewcontrol.com. Everyone starts with a free trial, a 2-week free trial. So you just go on there, play around with it for a couple weeks, and then if you want to onboard, you sign up.
Okay.
Whenever you start a free trial, you'll get automatically assigned to a customer care rep. They'll just lob you a call and make sure you don't have any questions. You'll have a contact. We have chat within the support too, so you can just click on that and chat with anybody. We have a full-time employee for that. We do some cool billing stuff too. Like you can store cards on file and bank accounts on file and automatically charge those.
Third party. Credit cards, something that I like the idea of, because you're getting paid like that, but I don't want to deal with having to with the billing, dealing with the third party. Somebody who does that would be something for us. I would think.
We do it within Crew Control. We use a third-party processor called Payrix, but it's all integrated together. And we're actually looking at different things. Like we're going to add an option here in a few weeks where you can, if you want to, add a convenience fee to credit cards. That way you don't have to take the fee, and then a customer has the option to either do that and pay the fee for you, or they could do like a bank transfer instead, or mail you a check or something.
We charge our 3% convenience fee, and she's got to go back in and redo the invoice.
And make it
More times, more clicks.
Yeah.
Niagara Truck Equipment's a dealer.
Niagara Truck Equipment.
Yeah, that's right.
I think our General Welding's are. Or General Welding, or who's the other one there?
Combination of stop, turn, tail, reverse, and warning amber light all in one fixture. These two the round and the oval one. I've never seen that before.
I wonder if that round one would replace the one that I tried.
That's what it looked like.
The
4-inch
linear one.
All right, I'm over at Quick Attach now. They got a mini skid steer rock count. I've been looking for something like this for years now. It's about, I think it's 48 inches wide, 56 with the pump on the side. Mini skid steer plate adapter. You can swap them out. So if you run a Bobcat or a Toro or a Ditch Witch, unbolt, rebolt. So if you buy a different machine, you just bolt the plate on. Good, you? Really heavy duty time bars are there. Bolt on time bars. You can replace this at bar. And it looks like it's really strong. I talked to him earlier, they said price point $8,000, new product, first one on the market. Been asking for this for years. He finally came out with it. Quick attach.
Pay 20 for this toggle, just have control of your extra panel, 30 for that quick switch with the magnets on.
Pretty beefy motor here. Can you open and close it?
Absolutely.
Is that just Megadon?
That one is the $49 add-on magnet kit, just to call it our no drill kit, so you don't have to drill the 2 holes in the deck.
It's pretty strong.
Oh yeah, they're 130 pounds. I mean, you can try and lift it out.
Yeah, pull it off there if you can.
That is nice.
So this
My
is
husband can get it off if you
slide it.
pull off the back of the motor. You can yank it off there. I can't get it off.
Wow, that's
The motor's American made. It's got all metal gears in it, so it'll even maintain. Like if you want to feather it out like that, disperse the bookings a little better. It'll maintain that position as you go.
How long is this supposed to be?
I would like to look it up over the winter. So take some time.
Are they going to lay online since the house?
Absolutely. Yep. We should be wearing the house.
Can you open it again, please?
Absolutely.
That's
90% of the mowers, all the mowers.
Yeah, he set it up so they're pretty universal. If this profile is too large for the footprint on your deck, we have our tool here where the
no, that's a
no,
skag.
that's a skag, but
That's
I
a
don't,
skag. You
I
don't know
don't
your own
remember
mowers?
which.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a curved deck, so he had to kind of, bend it back a little bit to fit up against their
crash right now.
Yeah. So it's.
Skag.
Is there a right on here somewhere? No, probably not.
I think he's got a right over there.
Okay, yep, there's a right. This is a real little one.
Model there.
36.
It's got this extension plate and then
Another one.
the motor actually can be.
Sorry.
It's got a groove there, so you can kind of tilt it however you want to. Try to keep it. We got a 1 year warranty on it.
What are you doing? I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, to be honest. Still here. We got another 45 minutes and it's over with, so we're still working on it. Hey, let me call you back.
I like the mag. I like how no holes.
Over at the Skag booth, back looking at this vacuum again. We got the Little Wonder version of this, very, very similar. Skag's added some nice features to it, including these holsters here for the wheel chocks. Pretty beefy tongue here. Looks like it's got to be a 4x4 tube extendable for some of our dump trucks. This tube handle, better clip design. Actually, this seems like it's metal. Better clip design. This thing's pretty light. This handle's actually really nice. Handle's a lot nicer than our Little Wonder is. Hold it both here and up there and run it. The tube's all the same up top. Square tube down to a round. It's got work lights on it. All the harnesses braided and closed up real nice. No license plate required in New York. Cone holder. They just use ratchet straps to hold the tubes on. Oops. What happened there? Ratchet straps to hold the tube on in case you gotta get in there. You can just. Whoa, it's actually powered up. I'm gonna back on again. Where's that switch? Work lights on the back. Tool holder. Vanguard 29 horse engine with a cup holder. cup holder's good for putting your coffee cup in, getting a couple leaves in it. Organic coffee. Nice little unit. And price point on it, $9,500. Buy it today, but you can't buy it today. I already tried it. I tried buying it. They won't sell it to me. It's already sold apparently. Very similar to Little Wonder with some nicer improvements. Nice machine altogether though. I would buy one of these.
Yesterday, so this is left and right.
Skag Windstorm, yep. Left and they're both left and right. One of them is just
manual.
one of them you click it to the left and it'll spin all the way to the left. It's on the right. The other one you spin it and stop it. And then that spin turns the tube up and down. Got a little flag here to show you. And what did he say yesterday? It's got a double clutch in it or something. Not double clutch. It's a pre-igniting clutch. It's a lot of power needed to turn this turbine. So it'll shoot some power at it, it'll start to spin, shoot some more power at it, start to spin, and then it'll shoot some power at it, and then it'll continually run it. So it's not just one big boom off to the races. It kind of starts to get it spinning, and then it fires it off.
Kill the machine if you did that.
Yeah, if you just fired it off, it would kill the machine. Not enough power. But electric clutch, a lot of these blowers don't have that. They just straight run all, like the Ferris blower and the Hurricane, just run straight through. It's the only one you can actually turn the power off. It's like an 18-inch tube. Starting price, today's price, $35,677. It's got a Kubota diesel in it. Diesel, that's a small tank. I guess it's probably 6 gallons, huh? Big battery disconnected. Look at it. It's got a whole computer in it. $8 grand, $8 bitch. Yeah, this one's a beast. Friday afternoon, about 1:45, we're getting ready to head out. Show's clearing out now. Long trip back. You're back in Buffalo about 10 p.m. So, hitting the road, straight through. That's it, we're out of here. Until 2024. Gator clear.
Gator.
Well, 1:30 in the morning. Just arrived back in Buffalo from our trip to the GIE. It's now it's Saturday morning at 1:30. We left Friday at about 2:10. We left the expo. So that's almost, we're approaching the 12-hour mark actually. Holy smokes. By the time I got home, ran into a lot of traffic on the way home in Louisville, in Lexington, in Cincinnati, in Columbus, all of them. Added like 2 hours onto this drive that it didn't need to be. But I'm just glad we made it back safe. And yeah, so if you liked the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you were at GIE, and if you were there and you saw me even, comment down below. You know, I don't put my face too much on camera because I'm more concerned about the content than my face. I probably had my face on Randy's channel more. But if you saw me there, let me know down in the comments. And I'm off to bed, but we'll see you in the next one.